is up? What is up? Welcome to another episode of The Real. I am your host, BG, with the lovely ladies, Miss Maricruz and Goddess Z in the building. How you guys doing today?
Hi, we doing good. Ready?
I am well ready for tonight's combo.
Yes, sir. Let's get into it.
So you guys ready for this hot topic? Ready to get started or something?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Welcome to another episode of The Real. I'm your host, BG, with the lovely Goddess Z in the building. How you doing today, girl?
I am well. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Another day. Another day, another dollar. I guess that's how they say it, right?
That's what they say.
So how was your weekend? Everything good?
Everything has been good. I've been in really chill mode. I've been in they talk about the retrograde. I don't know if you're into that astrology stuff, but it's a time where I just I go within, I reflect. So I've been taking it easy. I've been slow rolling, get me some yoga, some me time in, zen.
That's what you gotta do. Yeah, zen out for a little bit, get that relaxation, from work, and podcasting. I don't get so much of the zen, but I find my time, like we were talking backstage, my zen time is between 9 and 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's a privilege.
I am zenned out, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna do a show today. We're gonna talk about some social media and effects, good, bad, and just how addictive it is these days. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's on social media. Hell, we're on social media right now. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to you guys because you guys do help pay the bills. I love you guys. And it's not no hate on you guys, but there is effects, good and bad with the social media. So I just want to talk about some of those things and let's see what we can get out of it. So, let's start out with the good. What's something good you think came from, this whole social media move and how, direction is taken?
I think that one thing is it connects people. People. I, for one, as a doula instructor, my classes were initially online. I mean, not online, in person. And I was we were in group setting. Social media allowed me to advertise to people across the world. And so I got to connect with people whom didn't live in my, immediate community or were in my physical circle. So it provided a connectedness for me, which, I think is a good thing. Another thing, yeah. No, I was gonna say, I think this is a good thing. I guess it's all about perspective. Is it really gives encounters. I don't know how I want to say this, but a lot of things that occurred. Nothing's new under the sun. People weren't really aware about. So I think it brings awareness because you're able to capture everything. Everybody posts everything online. Their entire lives are. Some people live online. So a lot you're able to gain a sense of perspective of your neighbors, of people who live near and far. So I think that it helped with connectedness and just I guess a sense of awareness of what the world looks like through the eyes of other people as well.
Yeah, those are probably some of the biggest ones right there for the positive, the connection. I love it. The fact, that we have our own little high school, class of 99. I ain't saying how old I am, but class of 99, we got our own little group on Facebook, regardless if we see each other every day, whether we live back in the hometown or not, we're always posted on there, family stuff and events. And it's just good. I see a couple of my friends got kids now in high school, and they're playing football for the same team I play for. And it's you feel good inside. You want to root for them. You're like, yeah, go Hounds, go do your thing. I'm glad your kids grew up and chose the right team, you know what I'm saying? So that's stuff like that's really good. Another thing is like you said, networking is huge, you know. So many people, man, you know, since I started this YouTube journey, you know, about a little over a year ago, man, so many people you meet that, you know, you can learn so much from. Like you said, it's very educational. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of mess on there too, but you can meet a lot of cool people that can do a lot of cool things. And you know, you get to learn a lot from a lot of different people from a lot of different places, you know, like some people are in this country, some in another country, some, you know what I'm saying? Like you got the whole world at your disposal in terms of meeting and collabing and, you know, just versa and going vice versa with people throughout the social media. It's a good place for platforms to grow, you
Mm.
know, like we got BGN, you know, there's a lot of other networks out there that without social media, it'd probably be a little bit harder to try to get out there and try to like really show your brand, you know, speak your truth and push your agendas and whatnot out there. So it's good that we have a place, you know, and you know, program to help you connect with all your social media so you can, you know, kind of give out to the people. It's like everybody has a voice on social media, whether it's a good voice or a bad voice. You know, everybody has a voice, and that's something cool that I feel like before the social media wave, it's like you kind of kept your feelings to yourself. You kind of kept your things between your inner circle, but you usually didn't make it far past that. You know what I'm saying? Didn't make it out of your hometown while you guys were talking about it, you know, because you had no way of actually getting it there unless you like went to another town, you know, and had a newsplay paper article put out or something like that. And, you know, that wasn't happening very much. So the fact that, you know, now you can just plug your computer up or hook up your phone and be like, okay, here we go. We're going live right now. We're going to talk to a bunch of people, you know, here we go. So that's a lot more better access than before. So I like
Wait,
those ones. Those are some good ones.
don't have to travel and go nowhere. You just hit a couple buttons.
Mhm. Yeah, no travel. The travel time's gone. It's so funny with some people that we have guests on. They're just like, okay, so where's your studio at so we can get this done? And I was like, it's from home. So your the studio is your house, I guess. You know, wherever you're at right now, you're at work, you're at home, you got a studio, like whatever you want to do, man. That's your choice. It's your preference how you want to do it. You know, you're not really coming to my house. It's cool. You know, there is programs to help us, you know, connect without having to worry about doing that. So that's another real cool thing about social media. Some of the negative effects I would say it would be like time, you know, the world today, man, from kids to adults, you know, always on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Always on your phone. And it's not even for bad reasons. It's not even for good reasons only. You know, it's just reasons in general. You're bored. You know, you're checking up on somebody. You know, you're posting something yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to advertise. You're trying to, you know, there's just always the phone is in the hand, you know, or you're in front of the computer and you're going with all the different social media platforms. So I'm gonna post on this one. I'm gonna talk to someone on this one. You know, I'm gonna put some pictures out on that one. I'm gonna do a little video on that one. You know, let's do a TikTok over here. You know, there's just so many options, you know, to really take up a lot of time because you know there's millions of people on all these social media sites. So it's like there's always someone liking, there's always someone commenting, there's always someone, you know, saying something on one of them. So you got to go back to it, see what they said, and you know, reply back and do things like that. So I would say a huge thing it probably takes up its time. And I think that affects more towards the younger generation, you know, because it's just like, you know, that's your time to grow and learn. And I'm not saying they're not learning on this either, but that's the time they like to spend, you know, watching their videos and watching their things. It can be good and bad if you need time to go clean up the house or you need time to, you know, do something, you know, some business out to the side or something. It's cool that you can, here you go watch your favorite cartoon here, you know, take this and, you know, I'll see you in a little bit, you know, but, just the time itself. I miss the days of being able to see your kids outside playing with bikes and, you know, hanging out with each other, playing tag. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just out there trying to find things to do outside without having to be stuck to a little, you know, some kind of electronic.
Yeah, I feel like that affects us in more ways than we tend to realize. Like it has, in my opinion, has a potential to cause like immediate negative effects and then like a long lasting, long term negative effects because always being in that phone for one, you know, being on a computer, working on a computer all day, put so
Mhm.
much strain on my eyes, and I would do that for maybe 8, 9 hours a day. Imagine having that phone in your face 24/7 and being a little one that's steadily growing, right? Not even mature, being exposed to that 24/7. So put strain on the body, posture, the way they're always on their phone and hunched over.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I've seen that recently too with people, and even I see it sometimes too. I'll be like, And then you get a little crick in your neck. You're like, oh man, I need to stop doing this so much because it's like I'm so stuck always. They was like, put the phone down. I'm trying, but I gotta set this up. I gotta do this. You know, be in the gym. I
Become
gotta look and see what's going on in my store. Like, come on now.
to the
I'll be there in one
right.
second.
It's too much, and then it requires so much focus. And I'm big on energy. I'm big on energy, so I feel like my energy that's currency. Just like if I was to spend money somewhere, so I don't want to give anything that amount of focus, like that's outside of like me. Like, and there's so many avenues you can go down with social media. I know, like sometimes I want to get on there and just send somebody a message, and then I'm going down a rabbit hole because I saw something that got my attention, and I'm doing this, like stuff like that. I'm always weary about. I'm leery about. I'm like, hey, what is this really doing? Because it captivates your attention and it keeps you there. Next thing you know, a whole hour is gone. So I just feel like it's a lot of time wasted. And then it provides just like with this, the current state of everything, a platform for, of course, connectedness and learning and growing, but also a breeding ground for negativity and influence. Like there's a lot of people who can be anything they want to be at any given moment and not be that in real life. So I feel like it's like an alternate reality. Like you can hop on social media and be whoever the hell you want to be, and you ain't even got to
Hmm.
be that person because they only capture a glimpse of who you are, maybe a short video or a picture, and you don't even know who that person is in real life. And you find people who are out here trying to find themselves, become influenced by these individuals, and these people aren't even who they say they are. So it has a potential to be really, really dangerous for people who aren't sure of themselves, because there are a lot of influences out there, and people can sometimes be influenced by not so great things, in my opinion.
Yeah, I believe I agree with you 100%. And even some of that's like during the whole C-19 thing, it was like everybody's at home. That's all they can do is that's when the social media and like all these YouTube and all these ads took a real boom. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's at home with nothing to do, so people are watching, people are making content. Just this big old storm of just here you go. Let's go see what can happen. But I think it takes away the connectiveness. You
Mhm.
know, you know when you're hanging out with your friends, you guys go somewhere, you're hanging out. Like nowadays, you not even go hang out there, but still see everything that happened at the show. Still see what everything that happened. Live from live streams and little like you said, short videos and photos. You're like, oh, okay, so you kind of get a sense of being there, but it's nothing like really being there. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like being like you said. It's all about energy. And I think that they found a way to take us away. Take that part away from relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of you going to go take that 2-day drive to go visit your friend in another state, you'll do a what do they call it? A duel or messenger video, and now you guys are sitting there talking one-on-one in front of each other. You're like, oh, that was kind of cool, that kind of made up for me not taking a drive. But in reality, when you're there, the power, the energy, the emotion, that it's a little bit deeper and it's a little bit more pleasant for me, that I like real life interactions as opposed to just digital interactions. But I think that's what they moved us, and that keeps us from being more unite. Yeah, we can agree on something on here, but it's different. Like, that's why when you go to the game, it's different from watching it on TV. The energy in that stadium is just so rocking. You're part of it and you're just all one. So you feel the energy, you feel the intensity. And that's way different from just watching it on TV. Because, yeah, you might be all energized up, but you don't feel anything from any of the people there. You see why they're happy. You're seeing why this stuff, but you're not there in the moment with them feeling it.
That's true. That's true. And I feel
Hmm.
like that has an impact on our youth, especially because if that's all they know, like how are they going to communicate in the future? Like it takes away, for one, we were talking about in this group of this circle that I'm in, how they only know how to communicate, like the younger generations only know how to communicate via text, and they're losing the capacity to have a conversation, like sit
Yeah.
down and have a conversation, because everything is digital. And so it takes away the capacity of being able to really communicate with
Hmm.
other people. And if that's the primary way of how you communicate, what does that mean for you 10, 15, 20 years down the line? What does that mean for your children if we don't we lose touch with that capacity? So
Hmm.
I
Life's
just
not a bunch of emojis, you know what I'm saying? You can't send emojis to your kids and expect them to know what to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I was reading something that was like, yeah, in all your videos, you want to put more emojis because that's what the generation's turning into. It's turning into the emoji world. So the more emojis you have inside your videos, the more recognition and more like high score you get for your videos. I'm like, wow, man, everybody just wants emojis now. Like like that's
And
crazy.
I get that. I get that. I mean, look, we're in this era of technology that at one point in my life, I wouldn't have like now cell phones are a necessity for younger children. For me, it wasn't a question. Like you tripping, mama wasn't having that. So
Mhm.
I know that things evolve and stuff changes. It's just, having I guess the ability to adapt and adjust without causing more damage, to really allow that these evolutions to be beneficial rather than just convenient and then causing long-term damage.
In your opinion, which one do you think is the best? Which one do you like the most? Which one you probably spend the most of your time on?
What is that? Social media?
Yeah, which platform?
Um, Facebook, and that's
Mhm.
only because I don't know how to work Instagram. I just got an Instagram. My husband practically forced me to get an Instagram for my business.
You gotta
Um,
have everything. You gotta
Yeah,
have everything and be on
and
all of them.
I'm not even. It just auto posts. I still people shout out to everybody that follows me on IG, but I do the best that I can. 'Cause I don't. One social media platform is more than enough. It's too much. So I don't want another Facebook. And yeah, Facebook is what I use the most. Yeah,
Yeah. I guess I'll say probably YouTube. I'm
you
on
too.
YouTube the most. YouTube and Facebook are pretty much dead tie. Whether I'm posting content, doing content on YouTube, watching other people's content, on YouTube, which also takes time out of your day because, they got 20, 30 minute, 40 minute lives and whatnot. So it's like, I'm always on one of the two. Facebook's more like personal life. I got more friends from back home. I got more, people I actually know, one on one with on Facebook. So that helps keep me engaged with birthdays and like special events, like you said, kids playing sports or whatnot. But YouTube's probably the one I'm on the most. In terms of like work wise, streaming wise, I stream on all of them. Twitter too. Twitter would be a close third. I'm on Twitter too. Everybody's tweeting something every day. It's something interesting. That's where you find good, things to talk about in your show. You see get a lot of good conversation on there. They also got a thing called Twitter Space, which is cool too. And I'm actually thinking about, trying to figure out how to intertwine all this together, you know what I'm saying? Where you can do a Twitter space and be live at the same time and like do something like that because that's a way for people that don't want their face shown. They can just jump on there. And even like celebrities be up in Twitter space, a lot of things like that. You never know who will pop into that Twitter space. And I think that's the reason why it's kind of good to have all of them because you get so much reach off of all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have this set of fans here, that set of fans there, and people that you don't even know that is your set of fans. Like some of the, subscriber and follow numbers that I have, it's like, wow, I get a lot more people that watch certain stuff on certain other platforms. I'm like, wow, like that's not the one I'm making the money off of, but that's the one I'm getting the most attention from. And it's kind of like, man, if I can just get that kind of attention on this platform, things would be great. But like you said, even with Instagram, like I don't Instagram live at all. It's not part of the StreamYard package I pay for. So I guess, it's hard for what I do. It's hard for me to go do a live stream and then all of a sudden, like, hey guys, thanks for that good hour. Like, you want to come over to Instagram with me? We go do it again. And like people be like, excuse me, no, I got things to do. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I've never not once, and I got like over 1,500 or something like that, close to 2,000 followers on Instagram, but I don't ever stream it. I use it for for this platform basically. I put shows on there. Come connect to this, hit this link to come to my show at YouTube or Twitter or something like that. But definitely not. I haven't done any lives there yet. So it's kind of weird, like, but I do know like there's TikTok, Snapchat, and all this stuff. That just seemed like too young for me. I just feel like I'm too old to start it. When I try to do it, it's just like, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. My kids be like, Dad, you're so old. Like, you don't know what to do. Watch me do this video. And they go, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, 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 doing that little thing. And like 10 minutes later, they come ready. You're like, well, how the hell you did that? Like, what is that? It was like a whole,
The youngest.
choreography all set up with perfect freaking side effects and everything. And I'd be sitting there like, I couldn't do it. I tried, and it's not like didn't try. I tried to make cool, TikToks and what's not. And I don't ever post none of them because I'm like, I look like a goddamn fool. Like, I ain't posting that. They can see I'm trying, boy. They can see I'm trying. That is something I do not feel confident with. But you gotta work on things to keep working on things, and the little ones help you from time to time.
Further said MySpace days. I remember MySpace. That was my
I never
first.
wanted to leave MySpace. I thought that was good enough. I didn't know we had to go any farther than that. Like it seemed like they just took MySpace and broke it into a bunch of different
It's
segments.
weird. It just went by. I was
Facebook
like,
came and said, "See you later,
I enjoyed
MySpace."
it. Yeah, I enjoyed MySpace. I was like creating my page and had my music, my background.
Mhm.
I remember
See,
MySpace.
I feel like we've been played with this whole social media thing, and even just in life in general too, of course. But especially with that, like a lot of stuff we got before, it's like it seemed like it was a lot more accessible. It was a lot more easy to do, a lot more, easy to connect with. Like MySpace was a cake. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do whatever you want and how you wanted to do it. And it was all there, the music, the everything. And it's like all these other ones just break it down. Now we're gonna emphasize this part of it. We're gonna emphasize this part of it. You know what I'm saying? To make you go to all of them to get what you want. So it's a smart business move by these guys. But that shows like the whole addictiveness of it. It's like we have so many choices. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you'll be on there for one reason only. Let me go post this video I'm about to do. I'm about to post it and I'm about to be out. You go in there and to post a video, and 2 seconds later you look, boom, there's something else that you like or you're interested in, so you're there, and then you're there, and it's like the fact that that's the part I don't like about it. It's like the tracking, because everything's a business. They're tracking you. They're trying to figure out what you like so they can throw more ads at you and things like that. So I feel like that's another thing where it just kind of came to the point where it's like it was all fun and games. 'Cause I remember watching something about social media from all the people that like created it, and it's just like it started out cool. It had a good purpose to it, and then now like the algorithm kind of outplayed itself, to the point where it's doing its own thing now. It's a living, growing entity thing, like it's doing its own thing where it's just creating so much different chaos, putting so many different options in front of you to the point where it can get a little out of control.
Yeah, I think that it becomes literally an addiction, like to the point where um people that's their go-to for I observe, and people will wake up and first thing they do before they wash their face is reach in their phone and grab it, checking social media. Like that's their first go-to. And we were out on the boat ride, and there were these spectacular dolphin shows. Like they were just out there cutting up. It was so beautiful. And people couldn't even be present because they were too busy picturing and getting this and posting it on social media. I'm like, but you're here in person, right?
Right.
Enjoy it. And but everybody wants to show this off and report to their social media life that this event
Mhm.
happened. And a lot of people are there to prove themselves. So I have to show that this happened.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow. So I've gotten into the habit of when I'm going places where I know that I'm looking to unwind or really enjoy myself. If my husband's with me, he is a techie. He got at least one phone, at least. So I'll leave mine and I'm just completely present, and I'm able to tap out of that because it's almost habit for me. Even when I'm on my phone
Mhm.
searching other apps, or I'm trying to do something, I find myself pressing Facebook. Like I'm not even trying to come on here. What is going on?
Pop up,
No, no.
pop
And it's
up.
so easy to pick up. Like imagine waking up and you got a good night's rest. You ready to conquer the day or whatever. And the first thing you do before you tap in with yourself is you tap into social media and you see some horrible stuff because it's still media at the end of the day. And then it changes your whole damn mood. You just gave social media the power to dictate your day.
It's true. And I do it all the time. I hate it. It is. It's bad. Like I said, like I told you, morning I wake up was like, especially if the house is clear. I feel like this is like the clearest my hair is. Let me go ahead and run in there and jump on something. Let's see what the Eagles did. Let's see what's going on in this and that. And, what I'm saying? Let's see what I can pull up for that new video or new live stream or something like that. What kind of pictures can I get? What kind of, what I'm saying? Who can I contact to get it on the show? And it's like it starts then. And I try to spend time where, I learned like you want to get up and you want to exercise first, get the blood pumping, get the normal healthy things going first. So I do that some days, but It's still a bad habit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
You got drive, but you also
mm,
got to check in with you to see like what that's how you gonna know how to move. You got to check
mhm,
in with you, and that intuition is gonna tell you how to move. I used to be like that for real, and what I learned to do to discipline myself in the beginning is put my phone away from me when I wake up. So I would keep my phone downstairs, and I would sleep upstairs. So when I get up, I have to definitely take care of myself before I go downstairs and conquer my day. So I'm not tapping into my phone first. I would say I would keep my phone in a separate part of the house. So I'm not even, coerced to go over there and say, hey, I want to go grab my phone. I'm not tempted
mhm.
by it because I don't see it. So I know to just carry on my
I'm
day
like,
how I
that was an all right video. It had some nice numbers. First thing you wake up, let's see how high did that video go. Oh man, like you said, if it didn't go nowhere, you're like, man, what the heck? It should be at least up to 300 by now. What's going on? Come on, like, come on, where the people at? No love today. That's what's going on. We're not showing love today. Or
uh-uh.
even like sometimes you get up, like you said, something bad happened. You think you had a great show, it had high views, you wake up the next morning, some dude to just be a douche and just write some garbage stuff in your chat, you know what I'm saying, in your comments, and you just like, really? Did you just really say that to me? Like,
And
for
you
real?
let it dictate your
Ah,
day. It
ah,
dictates your
get out of
day.
here. Like, babe, did you just see what this guy just said to me? Like, he said I
Now
was
you gotta
trash.
get yourself off of that ledge to even balance yourself out. It
Yeah.
could be something somebody else did, but you wasn't even supposed to be there anyway. You should have been minding your business, and your business should have been you first
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah. Another thing, like you said, just a catfishing. You think you know somebody on social media, like, and you realize it's not the same people. I was watching this little video, like, it was like social media lies. Are we living in the lie of social media or something like that? It was something like that. I was just watching a little bit earlier, and it's just like it was just a video. It didn't have no words, but it's just showing you like how people go about their day, how things are done. Where you think one thing in reality, like you said, like you don't know this person. They might put on this picture of these, new Jays, like they're about to go run and take a nice picture of it. Then they lay their butt back in bed. You know what I'm saying? They never went on no run, but they're getting all these likes and comments like, yes, right, good start of the day. Yeah, good smart plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to go run too. Where you at? Like, and then like you're back asleep, and then you wake up in the afternoon, like, oh, great day, got the exercise out of the way. You go get some food, put it together nicely. Everything's like an art show where you got to make sure everything's nice in the right position, and you're snapping away there, like, look at me, yeah. After that nice run, I'm eating some healthy veggies and fruits, and then after, the guy that like the fast food line, getting some fast food, eating it, and it's like you would never know because all you're doing is seeing pictures, like you say, you see the glimpse of that
Snapchat,
life.
I can be anybody I want to be. You can portray whatever you choose to be on
Yeah.
social media, and I have witnessed that. Oh my goodness, so many times over to where it's unreal. But discernment and just know that me for one, people that I meet on social media, great, wonderful. But I do know that, I to take a lot of things at face value and not to heart, and to know who I am so I don't get lost in that, because people will have you going down a path that they're not even going down, just simply by putting on what they like, taking great pictures or quoting great things. Some people are great at, writing. Some people are great at speaking and convincing people. Some people are great
Mhm.
salesmen. And I've seen a lot of negative things occur because of people being convincing and they aren't really who they say they are. And
Like in
it was
relationships in general, you know what I'm saying? Like that was another good part of the video. I know I keep thinking about this video now. We're talking about it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna use some of that in the video. Now I'm just like the whole video is just playing in my head. And I was like, yeah, you're chilling, you know, hanging out, and it's just like, you're doing your thing on social media. A picture might pop up you're not supposed to be looking at, you know what I'm saying? Like something just pops up on your screen. You know how it is. You be strolling, like, what the heck is that? You know what I'm saying? You stop on it and the girl comes in and then she sees him stopped on that, and it's like, oh wow, this is what you like, this is what you do when you're on your phone, and then it starts a whole insecurity in relationship. Let's talk about some of the things it could do affecting relationship. I know it's not saying it to affect us in general, but let's help out the people that do go through those struggles of you know the social media relationship troubles. You know what I'm saying? Like how it is, you're posting pictures of one place, you might get your happiest moment of the day. Now, like the world gets to comment on it and gets to see it, get to see that inner, You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you take that picture, like, yes, that's the one. You know what I'm saying? Your perfect glow, your perfect energy of the day. And now the world gets to see it now, and they're thinking, oh wow, she's the perfect person. You know what I'm saying? The perfect this and that. You know what I'm saying? Let me comment. You know what I'm saying? Let me like or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it can be effective in, like, if you're in basically, like, especially like immature relationships, or relationships where you're not very strong yet, you're kind of still building, still building, like things like that can really throw it off. You like the picture now. Someone seeing you like a picture, like, what's that all about? Like, that's what you like? You know what I'm saying? No, I like the picture because it was a nice picture. Like, like, oh, that's what you like, though. I see now that's what you like. But since that's what you like, you can go get that. And you're like, whoa, 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 I like you, babe. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that ain't me. That ain't me.
Listen, I think that I feel like that's a whole nother set of issues when it comes to like social media relationship etiquette.
Hmm.
Because for one, you got to have boundaries. What's acceptable? What's not acceptable? And that you got to have conversations about that. But it's so many
Even
lines.
when you have the conversation, like, sometimes you're not trying to look for it. You know what I'm saying? The person that you might have the conversation, you could just be scrolling down your timeline, something pop up on your timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like, that instance, you never know, like, what situation you get in. Like, boom, all of a sudden it's there. You're like, whoa, like, and at the same time you're saying whoa, the other person look at you like, really? You're wanting that? Is that what you like? you know?
Well,
Is that
that's
what
an
we're doing? Is that what we're doing
insecurity.
today?
Yeah, that's a
Shout out
whole.
to Texas Eagle. He said, "What do y'all think it was safety Sunday? We're gonna need it over the top." Yeah, this isn't an Eagle show, but hey, much love to you for coming through with the $5 super chat. But I think we're gonna be fine at safety. You know what I'm saying? Our team's looking good. But hey, check me out on the next show. We'll be at, I think it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We definitely gonna be talking birds. She said, yes, boundaries, boundaries. But just,
Boundary.
like, like, I get it. It's boundaries, but other things, like jobs, like people that have low self-esteem, they're looking at it like, oh, I don't look like this, so gotta keep trying. I gotta keep trying to come up with something new and keep transforming myself. You know what I'm saying? To try to look better so I can be presented. And the people that actually do have like trauma over not getting likes or follows, or what I'm saying? Like, there are people that we might think that's silly, but there are people out there that actually struggle with that. They want to be accepted. They're trying to be accepted. They looked at this like, they had no friends their whole life. There's people that, don't have outside friends in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least they feel like they don't have any outside friends in the real world. And they use this to have friend bases and have, some kind of a friendship, some kind of companionship. And it sucks that it's with the computer. But it is what it is. Like those kind of people, like, they see a picture and they, oh, why don't I look like her? So they try to, change their self and try to mold their self after pictures. But most of those girls and guys don't even look like that in real life. You know what I'm saying? That's like the best version of the best. You know what I'm saying? That's why they came up with the whole catfish thing anyway. Some of them girls are guys, some of them guys are girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what you got out there no more. It's so wild and crazy.
Whole trick bag. You never know. You never. That's what I'm saying. People can be who they want to be, and I guess that's why social media can be it can be some shaky ground, especially if you don't know who you are, because you may see someone that's on your timeline and get 1,000,000 likes or 1,000 likes doing this, and you may feel like, oh, I'm inadequate because I don't get these types of likes and I don't get that type of attention. I must change myself to be like this. A lot of inner work. So before you get out here, like that's a dangerous game if you ain't done the inner work and you don't know who you are. And if you're dictating your self-worth on likes and shares and things like that, because for one, it's an algorithm, it's not a true gauge of who you are. And if
Yeah.
that's where you are, I don't think you really should be on social media, because it could really be a harmful place for you mentally. Seriously, could
Like
send
you
you on
said,
a,
the algorithm, like,
spiral.
most people don't even go in there for that. They just think, hey, if I put this video out there, I can go viral and it's over. You know what I'm saying? And I can go viral.
So I talked to, okay. I'm really good friends with the sister on here, and her following is huge. She makes a lot of money doing things on social media like YouTube, Facebook. Her and her family make a lot of money. And she was like, the constant pressure. She said we've gone viral several times, but it's just that's forgotten about within a couple of days.
Yeah.
So she's like, then we're on to the next thing. She said people don't really understand the amount of energy that has to be put into these types of things and the amount of upkeep for that type of audience. This does not come without work. This is our lives. And I'm like, wow. And she was really expressing yeah, there are glitz and glamours of having people that quote unquote follow you, I guess. But she said in the same sense, it takes a toll on her personal life, and it's a job. It's a full-time job, and it never turns off. And she's obligated to present herself to her following on a regular basis to even stay relevant. So is it even worth it? Is my for some people it is, because some people really vow to be famous and to be out there and have their name in lights, and I get that. But the amount of energy you have to put into another whole, like Facebook is a whole nother, it's a whole metaverse. And then you got real life, the physical life. So now you're having to put so much into that and having to incorporate that into your real life. I'm sure that some things you don't want other people to see or know. So you're having to feel to that. So you got to be a certain way out. That is fucking stressful. I wouldn't want that shit ever. But some people, that they're built for it. Celebrities do it all the time. But I say all of that to say, like, they have to continue to keep these things up, to keep their numbers up, to keep
the money to keep continuing to come in.
The money to keep coming in. They got to work
for it. It's a job, it's a career. At that point, it's just like you're just as famous. Like some of these guys are just as famous as the people that we watch on TV. Some of them are even more famous than those people. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen plenty of stars, like real life stars on TV, have less followers than just normal everyday people. I'm like, how does that even work out? Like these people, like you said, that is pressure. It's like you have an identity. So now your identity built on you being this character. So really, that person, that character, that's what you got to upheld every single day. But they don't realize, they might be like, oh wow, I'm bigger than Brad Pitt or something right now. But they don't realize now you're gonna get that attention too. Now people are gonna be looking at you. Oh, do you do this? You do that? I base my whole career off what you said to do. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, to the point where you're really affecting people's lives because of the influence it has.
To get bodyguards. They have to have bodyguards when they go out. They have to have security. They have to have security around their home. And it's because people become obsessed. She said people send stuff to their home. People do all types of things. And she says, like, literally like being a celebrity. And I'm like, wow.
No.
She says it's definitely a lot of upkeep. And I'm like, and she was showing me like how she schedules all this content, and it's really a science behind it. And she was like, it's work. It's work. It's not. People think I can get on here. Some people can get on there and do what I love, but like when it comes to editing those videos and like, because she does a lot of motivational speaking, it's
shout out to the nation not for requiring me to do very many videos. You know me, I be struggling with the video, boy. Like 3 hours, I don't have 3 hours anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I do little short things that I can do like in like 5 minutes. That's just more off top of the brain, but man, to actually sit there like 3 hours and edit like a 15-20 minute video to make it perfect. I remember those days of just struggling. That's why I prefer live streams. I prefer just going off the top of the dome, having some content that we're going to talk about, just going off, feeling with that, because it's definitely stressful, especially when you got a real job. You got real bills paying, what I'm saying? You got to be away from the house, away from your computer, doing things, to help provide for your family until you make it. Because people think you're just going to jump on social media and become a star overnight. That's fake. You know what I'm saying? That don't happen. It's not very often that can happen. Like, people do get viral videos on new stuff that's never been done, or, something that's crazy, and that's getting people to do crazier and crazier things. We're starting to see a lot of crazy things on the internet, things that we don't normally see on a daily basis. We used to see some crazy things on a nightly news or something, but, oh, that was kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? But now you can watch videos of, people getting dismembered, like everything, what I'm saying? Crazy car accidents, people on social media getting shot up, what I'm saying? Like they post everything, like people are like, like, hey, I'm gangster, I'm gonna go shoot up this thing. They got the whole thing on live, what I'm saying? Like, how is it? It's like it's bringing an effect where it's drawing those people out that really that are attention seekers. What I'm saying? And nice stuff, that could be a positive thing. Like you said, some people like the attention. They're good people. They doing their craft or whatnot. But then there's some people that do come, some things that aren't so nice. And like, they're still the same attention seekers. They still want to show you what time it is. And like, you're seeing some crazy stuff. I've seen, the mafia, chop some dude up on social media. Like, wow, they playing this on TV for real, or even just accidents that happen, like horrifying accidents, from people freaking, cutting trees and the tree taking heads off and stuff like that. Like, there have been some crazy, crazy videos and crazy things I've seen.
And you got the mind
Alligator.
of the person that's behind the camera sitting there filming it. Like that's something. That's like no privacy. It's so like everything is wide open. Everything's on social media. And that's why I limit my time. I have to. You got to stay present in like the real, or that'll become your reality. Like it operates off algorithms. And
Hmm.
you react to that stuff, or you research that stuff. That this really happened. That's you're seeing more and more of that popping up on your news feed. And
Hmm.
mind you, those days when you hop up out of bed and you grab your phone first, and that's how you start your day. Somebody getting their damn head cut off. That's terrible.
Yeah. I've seen that just from message, send video. Everybody want to send it to you too. You know what I'm saying? Look at this crazy. You're like, what is this? Cool, let me open it up. What the? Really? That's how you gonna start my day off? Oh boy, you gotta warn me on that one. Like, let me know some crazy shit is about to happen. So make sure before you open this, you're ready to see it. Because this crazy stuff, this guy, remember the guy that fell off the ride and they'd be showing like whole videos and stuff. I'm like, wow, man. I've seen someone's dog get eaten by the alligator. I'm like, when did this happen? And how did like wow,
Why
like
y'all not helping the dog? Why y'all just gotta film it? Go to dog relief. Throw a chicken leg out there or
you
something.
know, you recording it, do something, help your dog out.
Or watch him get his ass ate up.
Hey, we loved you. We loved you, man.
No, seriously. We were up here yesterday. It brings me to a personal story. I'm thinking like people don't know how to help anymore. And I think that probably plays a part like with social media too. There was this guy. He was like down, like we live in like a condo, like in a tall building. So we're looking down and there's this guy that clearly fell out in the middle of the street. And I'm like, I'm on a call, but I'm like, somebody please help this man because a car is gonna hit this corner and somebody gonna run over this man, and we can't get down to him that quickly. So here I am, like trying to yell from there because here come a car coming in. Do you not know traffic was bagged up like 5-6 cars behind the person that was trying to turn in because she's on her phone? I don't know what she was doing, but nobody thought to get out the car and just help the man out the street. He couldn't get up, like he was exhausted from the heat. I don't know, he was drunk. I don't know what it was, but he was elderly and he couldn't get up. He was trying clearly, but instead of trying to help this man, everybody was just, I'll wait. Somebody gonna come.
Pictures, texting. Oh my god, I see a man right now. He is out. But it shows like things. Like they hype it up too. That's why I think we got so many of these some incidents real, some incidents staged. I won't say which ones, but gun shootings and
A lot
whatnot.
of
Things caught on film on purpose. To really get you hyped up to make you want it. It's like you should be helping. If you got enough time to pull out your phone to record something. I know how it is. Pull out button, go. Record, but that same time you could be using to help somebody out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how we have so many recordings out there of so much stuff that's just like not cool.
They want to be seen and that attention. It's like a child. When you ain't, you get that. If I don't care if it's good or bad. Some people don't care. Like they just want the attention, and they don't care if it's negative attention. Or that's why you get like people, the keyboard killers that just say foul, ugly shit to people for no reason. It's
Mm-hmm.
because they know it's going to get attention, and that's
Mm-hmm.
feeding that ego, and that's terrible, right? You need to really
Mm-hmm.
heal that and work on that. So,
And even
yeah.
seeing like that movie, The Night Watch, I think it was with Jake Gyllenhaal, and he was like a recorder, news reporter, trying to be one of those guys that record films and give it to the news people. And it's just like you see him, and like as the movie go on, you start watching, like he wants to set the stage up. And think about how many times people are just setting this scene up, rechanging what you see, and then how many of that's just like Photoshop or just something that they made up that you think is real and it's not even real at home. Just something that just throw out there to be like, hey, look what I recorded. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, get that attention, to get that fame for that video.
People
And like,
buy into that. They see these great special effects in these movies and stuff. You don't think they're not throwing a few of them videos out there on social
mm,
media to try and get your attention or make you react in fear. I was gonna ask you though, what do you think about? Have you even heard about the beginning of 2023 in Illinois where they're gonna do basically a type of deal where people that commit a crime, they're going to do away with the bond system, with the and you have like a 48-hour time period in between when a crime is committed from the time that authorities can react. So they're basically getting up, like if somebody robs somebody, you can't report the crime until 2 days later, and then authorities will get involved. So they're thinking like this is going to bring about this big purge like situation, because they don't have law officials or whoever government officials stepping in until later to
So you're saying they said you can't if something you got robbed something, you can't call it in for 48 hours.
crime.
And but then if they get caught, the people that get caught, if they get caught, they can't have bond.
They're doing away with the bond system altogether. So it's a separate entity. They're
Okay.
doing away with the bonding system. So when people go to jail, they won't be able to bond out. Have to go through, I guess, whatever due process. And then, and I hope I'm quoting this right, because I heard this through like a secondhand thing, like somebody else talking about it, because I don't watch the news. But they were saying like January 2023 in Illinois, Chicago. I'm not sure if it's the entire state or just the Chicago area.
Yeah.
They're going to put this rule into play where they're doing away with the bond system, like I said. And then if anybody commits a crime, there's a 48-hour period where authorities are going to, it's a grace period where they have the time to, like, they're not going to start investigating or start the prosecution process or looking for that person until after 48 hours.
That's weird to me. Like, why? What benefit does that help? Like the first part, I see benefiting because for me, I feel like there should be a lot more stricter rules on criminal activity. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really wanted guns out of the street, you can make rules and make guns off the street. You know what I'm saying? That's really your agenda. There are rules that can be made that make. You know what I'm saying? You shoot somebody. You know what I'm saying? You get caught shooting somebody, you get life in prison. Period. No parole, no bail. You know what I'm saying? If you take a life, you know you can either get the electric chair or death and some kind of death punishment or rot in prison for 15 years before they do it to you. But there is an end game towards that. It's life for life type old school rules. Like I remember seeing some countries back in the day, like you stole something, they chop your hand off. You know what I'm saying? Like I think if it was that strict, those kind of strict measures, like you'll have a lot less crime, a lot less murders, a lot less things going on in the world. Because if they know, yeah, I might kill this guy because he stepped on my J's today. You know what I'm saying? Like he messed up my $1,000 pair of shoes, so I shot him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's cool and dandy until you have to go to jail for life too, or now it's life for life. So now those J's might not be that important anymore. If you knew that you can die too, but you could possibly die too if you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like just more severe consequences for dumb activities. You know what I'm saying? Like defending yourself, that's one thing. Protecting your family, your house, your property, that's a whole nother thing. But some of these killings out there nowadays are just silly. And some of these, robberies and whatnot, just crazy, that they're doing it. I think if they had, more consequences with it, then, it would probably lessen it. There are still crazy people that don't care. They go out there and do it and they get the consequence. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess it's more there'll be less dumb people in the world, I guess. If you're that dumb to not understand the consequences, still go do it. But stealing something, like you stole something, yeah, you go steal someone's car and go wreck it or something. It's like now you got your hand chopped off. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna want to steal nothing else again the rest of your life. It's crazy. So that part, more better consequences, like you said, no bail, anymore. That's cool. Like, the only thing that sucks for us, like for people that didn't really commit the crime, they just got arrested for it. And that might suck for them, because now if you get someone locked up now,
Well,
and
who's gonna be arrested? You be a dumbass. You get 2 days to run.
yeah, that's true. That's true. They still caught you after 2 days,
You stuck
But you know
around.
how people rap out the wrong guy. They
That's
rat out the wrong
true.
guy. Like now it's 2 days. You got 2 days to figure out which guy you want to rat out. Hold on. Let me think about this. Say,
Because
I owe you money. What'd you say? I owe you money? Oh, what this? Hello? Yes, he lives at 3717. His name is Jamal. He's 7 foot tall. Go get this nigga right now. He was the one that committed the crime at my
Grandma
house.
live on Central Avenue.
Right? He was the one that committed the crime. Positive of it. I'm 100%. So that's a problem.
True.
That's a problem
That
in itself.
is. But I also think about like the systems, like have they ever really worked? Have they ever really worked? I mean, yeah, it does keep some type of order, but think about how much injustice has occurred because of that. Think of how much, they always talking about land of the free, home of the brave. And here I am not trying to be this person, but think about how many things that just really aren't fair when it comes to the judicial system.
Like they
The
say,
way that
if you
we're
believe
police.
in free, you're dumb. We're still slaves, guy. Don't get it twisted. Y'all tripping. Like that's why I just,
But would it really hurt if that system
we're really
failed?
still
Like, I know
slaves.
that's scary and different, but if that whole system failed, like,
Society's made us like just we live in our jail cells at home. That's the only difference from a jail. And we still are in jail. We still are slaves. We still are part of the system. We get free time out. We gotta go do our work on the yard when we go to work. What I'm saying? You come back, you get, cool jail cell. If you get money in jail, you can fix your little cool jail cell up, and that's it. We're out and we make our money, and then we get back to them and we quick fix our cool little jail cells up, you know what I'm saying? So the way that we like it, you know what I'm saying? But that's why the whole goal in the system was to keep you in the same house for 30 years, you know what I'm saying? You're building this house, you're paying on this house for the next 30 years of your life. That's the majority of your life, especially once you become an adult, you know what I'm saying? What happens if we don't
you're
buy a
ready
house?
to buy a house.
Get ready to buy a house at 30 or something. It's like, oh man, so I'm 60, I'll be paying on this house and this house. That's just a jail cell. That's your 30-year sentence you just signed yourself up into. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. And over those 30 years, what are you going to do? Try to make your jail cell nice? Try to see how much more money you can get put on your books? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Not even,
Like,
it never really belongs to you.
no.
You're just a couple payments away from it going
Mhm.
right back to somebody else to be their jail cell. And it
Mhm.
really, like the 9 to 5, like the workforce, you
Mhm.
spend more time making other people rich.
Yeah.
And then you get crumbs and pennies off of what they make. You'll never become rich working a 9 to 5. I don't care what you say. And you may be well off. It may do what it needs to do, but you'll never become rich. But you devote your entire life to
Mhm.
somebody else's dream. Like
And
that.
that's how
That's a form
society's
of
even.
slavery.
That's exactly what society. Even doing stuff like this, even when you look at the people that make money off of this, you gotta realize that these places take a percentage of your money, a good percentage of your money. When I found out how much, I'm like, dang, like okay, like you gonna help me make a video tomorrow? Like, you gonna help me out on this or what? You taking my money, so you might as well help me out. Gonna push me a little harder maybe this month. I made you some numbers. That's all it is. That's why I've never was really one to like I said, buy a house. I got this house off of a tax sale deal. So it was like something I never even heard of when I moved here from California. And it's a nice 3 bedroom that I don't pay rent every month. I pay taxes on it every year. You still pay something, but that's nothing compared to the people that plan, rent every single month. And then, I never wanted a career. It's like I always wanted to work for myself, have my own business, have my own drive, make my own money, so I can control it. I can, tell myself when I go to work, when I don't go to work and things like that. Like that's the goal to really get to, these careers and whatnot. You're spending your life looking for the next promotion, all the way up working until like the point where you're like, okay, I just can't wait to retire now. And it's like I'm gonna spend the last 15 years of my life, old and not aware of what's fun and what's not because I spent all my time working. You know what I'm saying? Like you spent all your time working, you didn't really go see nothing, do nothing. Yeah, you might get a 2 week vacation, but vacation in 2 weeks out of a year, really? You think that's something good? That's something great? You know what I'm saying? That's not cool.
Just to
But
just to pay bills,
just
basically.
pay
Wait,
bills.
no, that's not living. That's not freedom.
Mhm.
That is not. That is nothing short of slavery.
Nah, that's why I say, man, I believe it,
A
man.
little
I
bit
think
more liberties,
they were so
like
smart the way they just thought of all this. Like it was such the biggest con,
crashing
and
though.
people just love it and eat it up and like, yeah, I'm gonna be a doctor. I'm gonna be a lawyer. It's like how many people go to school for these things? You know what I'm saying? Don't ever become them. And that's not no hate on you, no dissing towards
Or
you.
go to school for it and then
Yeah.
decide that this makes them utterly nauseous and they don't want to do it and they've wasted half of their life on something that they don't want to do because society pressured them into going to school. Me and my oldest daughter had this conversation in depth because she was always great at school, but it came time for graduation. She was like, I don't want to do this. And I'm
What
like,
are you
I
talking
get so many
about?
people were angry with her because she decided not to go to college. Very, very intelligent young lady. But she decided I feel like it was a smart move in my opinion because
Mhm.
she was gonna go spend this amount of money and get in debt because it's gonna be debt at the end of the day.
Use
And
that.
for something that she's not even at a age where she can decide what she wants to be for the rest of her life. Nobody is at that
Nope.
age. You're gonna jump into this because mama and daddy said that's the thing to do. But it's so many people that end up going to college and dropping out and getting themselves in debt and just ending up lost and depressed and feel like they're
Mhm.
disappointed because they were forced to make a decision based upon somebody else's definition of success. You can very well be successful working for yourself. Or I didn't go to a traditional college right out of school because it didn't fit my lifestyle. I had kids. So I took up
Mhm.
a trade and I decided, hey, if I like nursing, then I'm gonna go and get my degree. So I got a vocational certificate first and then took my ass back and got a degree because I wasn't gonna go and jump myself into that kind of debt. And even
Mhm.
still, my God, it was like that was one of the hardest things I ever had to do in my life. So they put you through so much, and some people just don't want to do that no more.
Mhm.
Just to
Hey,
work a 9 to 5, and you'll never be rich. You're gonna
let's take
raise
it.
people. You may live well, but you're never going to live the life of your dreams like the rich and the famous, working a 9 to 5 for somebody and pouring. Like, I mean, dude, is this really worth it? Why not do what I
Person you're
was
working for will though. Person you work for, he's on vacation. He doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's the smart thing about.
on a
That's why.
private
That's why.
school? You know what I'm
And
saying?
I guess that's why I love social media too, because we have platforms to have these kind of conversations.
They need to be
Without
had.
social media, we can't talk about this so people can really wake up and realize what we're talking about. It's like prime example, 99. I was like going into 2000. I was in college, and like it was cool, whatever. I only went to college to play football. That was really the only reason why. I love playing football. I wanted to take it to the next level. That college was next. That was the next step in the process. And I just remember having a conversation with my counselor, and they're just like, she's like, Randall, you're a good guy. You're pretty smart. Your grades are good. You know what I'm saying? But it just seems like you're like disinterested. I go, yeah, because like the things I want to do in life, I don't need to go to school for. At that time, I wanted to be a football player. If I really wanted to, I can exercise. Do all the things, eat right. You know what I'm saying? Like go join some on semi-pro team or some low arena league team or something like that. Like if I really want to do that, I can go full in on it. And there's a path to the NFL or professional football from that. I wanted to be a comedian or actor at the time. It's like I don't need to go to school for this. You know what I'm saying? The kind of acting I want to do is going to be some funny type stuff, and not just who I've been my whole life. So it's not like when people told me to go do it, it wasn't something that I was like, oh, let me see, let me go take some classes so I can figure out how to do it. Just like I've already had the attention from it just from being me. So it was like I was just gonna put that on the camera and go roll with that. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, sometimes people don't realize that. You go to college and you just find all these different things. There's so many options to choose from, and it's just like you go down this, like you said, endless road where you're just some people start a major, get 2 years, like you said, in debt a little bit. The next thing they transfer, change your majors, and then they're in debt for unless you want to be like something for sure, like a doctor, a lawyer. I'm saying like something that's cut dry and can direct. What I'm saying. And even then, it's just such a long process. Look how much of your life you done gave up and sacrificed away.
A
Before you
minimum
got
of
there.
8 years. A
And she
minimum.
yeah, and she told me straight up, college isn't for everyone. And I can see why if you don't want to come. I went to school just college just for football season for the most part. Once football season was over, that was kind of end of my school year. A little bit after that, like, it wasn't going on too much longer than after that. 'Cause it's like that was what I did it for. See how high I can get. See if I can get a new, bonus or something from it. And then it was like over. And then once I started playing semi-pro, I didn't have to go to school no more. It's like, oh, I can play semi-pro football. I didn't worry about school no more. And it's just like I don't know. I just always had that drive. Like, why don't they ever teach you in high school or college? And there's very many programs on social media itself that just teach you how to be you. You know what I'm saying? Teach you how to bring out your best version of you. Teach you how to bring out your best talent. I remember Steve Harvey saying, it doesn't matter what business it is. If it's your business, it's something you like to do. You can thrive in it. You can be a babysitter. There's plenty of people that get paid big money for babysitting. You want to be a baker. There's plenty of people that have their own businesses and make good money baking. Like you just gotta have that faith and that energy in yourself to go out there and be motivated to do it. And that's the problem.
Do what you love. Like that one
Mhm.
guy that gets like all of that, like he has this huge following on social media just eating. He loves eating.
Yeah, and the
And
girl too. She got like millions of followers to watch her smack and eat, and I'm just like weird. Like I don't like watching it,
it's
but
you. If it's your
who
niche,
told
it's
to
your
you
niche.
for watching that? But it's crazy. Like you don't know, but this most of the stuff like that. That's what people want to watch, and it's weird. But it is what it is. It shows you diversity of the world. There's
Yeah.
so many different people that want so many different things. That's why I always tell people, just be you. and go off your own feeling, your own vibe, and whatever you've learned and calculate that you want to be your way, because there's someone that's out there that agrees in the same way with you, and there's gonna be people out there that don't think it's cool and don't agree with you. You know what I'm saying? There's always balance. There's always gonna be someone good, someone bad. Something that's good, something that's bad, and it's as long as you be you, all you can be is you, and there's nothing wrong with being that. So find out what you like to do. Be more about what you want, and live the laws off of your rules. Like, yes, there's history books of all these ways to live, but like they're all contradicting each other. They're all someone else mission in life, or what someone else did in life, or what someone else believed in life to be great, the right way to be. You stick to what that you do best, and everything will be good.
Facts. You can't go wrong being you, doing you. It's only that's your superpower.
That's superpower, yeah. And we all got powers, exactly. And educational board, we need to have a class to help bring out our superpowers, guys.
Human design. There's a
human,
brother, 19 Keys. He hosts like a lot of different classes, and he had a podcast talking about how if more people tapped into their human design, like in the ages where they enter grade school, then there'll be so many more millionaires and successful people, because you thrive at what you're good at. You thrive at what you like doing. But if you get lost in the sauce of what people's definition of success is outside of you, then you don't know that. You lose touch of you. So I think that that's really, really important.
And we're in the matrix with the elites that rule the world, the people that run this thing, this whole thing that brought up all these cool ideas to keep us distracted, cool ideas to keep us unhealthy, cool ideas from using our third eye, cool ideas from keeping us from our true self. They do it because they are elite and they realize these things. And if everybody was able to do the same thing they wouldn't be very elite anymore. They wouldn't. They don't want it. So of course, everything they built is to keep you away from where they're at, being able to use the powers that they're able to use when they figured out how to do it. And that's how I always see it. And it's like that's why you gotta always find your true self and keep rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? No one got you like you, no one know you like you. No one has that ambition like you but you. And you gotta be true to yourself. Like you said, we're all kings and queens out here. No matter what color, no matter what race you are, we're all kings and queens, and we all got special powers, and we gotta believe in them and use them.
Facts. And we need each other. That connectedness, we really do.
That's the hugest thing too. Like everything to keep you from being social. Like we even talked about, kind of when we go back to the social media thing, when we're talking about the relationship problems that come out of social media. It's like, but that's a whole nother thing. It's like, that's a whole nother side of it where it's like, it controls everything. You set up boundaries. You go into a different relationship with a whole nother vibe. You know what I'm saying? Some people still stuck on relationships they had when they were like 15 and they're like, 60 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like those things, the impactful moments in your life. That's just like, you get stuck on. You just build walls and walls and rules. That's not living. You know what I'm saying? I always say, relationship.
That's why it's important to heal. You're just gonna carry it to the next relationship. They end up paying for something that happened ages ago. So it's important to heal.
So it's like, for me, it's a reset button. Start over, all over, new again. Every single time you start over complete. Don't start over with baggage. I like to call it. If someone trying to bring baggage in a relationship with me, I try to, hey, we got to work this part out first, because in order for us to move forward, this has got to stop. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa with me. I'm trying to bring some old baggage. I want you to be a strong enough woman. But hey, you bring some shit that don't have nothing to do with me. To keep that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be good with it. So it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, you gotta release that baggage though. But releasing that baggage means actually for real moving on from that last relationship and accepting the fact that you ain't the same person that you were, hopefully, after coming out of that relationship, because when you heal, you take the positive from that. Like maybe you broke up with somebody and it wasn't so sweet. But what did I learn from that? All right, maybe that ended that way, but I did learn next time I don't want to do this shit here. And you really reevaluate, and coming out of that, you're not the same person. And then you go into that next relationship already knowing and being equipped to navigate the situation if it shows itself again. But that's growth, and that's healing for real. Not just saying I'm over that person. Oh, they dumped me, or I dumped them and I'm past. Nah, you got to really process that stuff. Otherwise, it don't go nowhere. It's going to present itself in the next relationship. Whether that relationship,
and even with social media, people are so quick to put all their information on social media. their boyfriend did something or their girlfriend did something, they're like straight to social media. Fuck you, nigga. But then like you doing all this, and then the next day, like, he is so great. He bought me some flowers today, and it was great. And it's like kind of makes you look crazy. I'm supposed to be like, girl, you just talking shit about this yesterday. Now you're saying he's the greatest man in the world. Are you confused? Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like just to get the attention, just to get the drama from it. You know what I'm saying? You go 100 comments deep of all your girlfriends and homies like, yeah, the nigga's like, fuck that nigga, he ain't shit. And the girl's like, I told you he ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a whole list and you just building your confidence like, yeah, the nigga ain't shit, yeah. But then tomorrow you come in, and drop them flowers. Like, oh man, I was just overreacting, It was just one of those moments. You know how it goes. And, you know,
yeah, but everybody else still mad with you.
yeah, like, no, we fucking them up. I thought you said that's what we were doing. Like, I was on the way over, I was 2 hours over in the car. It's crazy. The major
if you got a problem at home, don't take that shit to social media. Yeah. Talk to your person.
Yeah.
Talk to your person because them people they be waiting on a fight. They be waiting on a fight.
You gotta realize the average person that lock in with social media are bored. If you're not posting something yourself, you're on there because there's watchers and there's creators. You know what I'm saying? Like the watchers are on it because they're bored as hell. They ain't got nothing else to do. So as soon as you post anything that they can, like you said, get up in. Like, yeah, girl, you stronger than that, girl. Yeah. You stronger. You don't need no.
People only respond to that drama and stuff. Like nah. That's why I tell people talk it out with your person because if you got a problem with somebody telling everybody but that person, I can't stand when people do that subliminal shit on social media. Grow the hell up and normalize the damn conversation, even if it's uncomfortable, because you're gonna sit here and talk shit and it's not gonna serve a purpose. It's just gonna either feed your ego to continue your bullshit if you right or wrong. And it's not going to solve the problem with that person. It's like a weak form of communication. Just go tell that person.
Stupid at the end of the day because you do something the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you just did all that on social media. And then the next day, or a couple hours later, it's like now you're the opposite person again. Like, why did we just rally the troops for? What were we doing this for? For you to be happy? And now, like you said, the other person's mad. The other person feels violated. Their friend was violated. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, baby, whack up. I gotta help my friend out right now. Hold on, this nigga's tripping. Hold on, clapping. Like, hold on. Did you say what? You said what? Oh, I'm on my way, girl. I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, all this shit didn't happen. And then by the time you get there in the car, you're like, yeah, where you at? What we doing? Oh, he's in that room chilling. We talked to him.
What we thought it was. Just talk to your man, honey. Don't get on social media bashing him. Talk to him, okay? Or get a couple close girlfriends you can chat with.
Right.
Social media just ain't the place for the diaries, okay?
Direct.
Or the subliminals. Have conversations with people. And I know people like, I love my subliminal. I'm gonna keep throwing shade. Well, that's fine, but continue to welcome that problem that's gonna keep happening.
Exactly.
Because you ain't solving shit. You ain't solving nothing. You just showing your level of courage by telling somebody indirectly what you said, so you can throw your hands and throw stones and hide your hands. Just talk to them, and how they take it, they take it. That's what grown people do. But
yeah. So at the end of the day, guys, this social media topic's gotten all over the place. We love it. That's why it was another good topic on here, and we might have to bring it up again. And, maybe even dissect, certain areas of it even harder. But what I'm saying, like, realize that social media. Live real life, not don't be Insta famous, in real life. You know what I'm saying? Just live your life, your true self. Be guarded of what you're actually putting on here. There are people that just use it against you, and use it to try to take advantage of you in certain ways from your credit, your finances. There's people that have been hacked, financial bank accounts been hacked. Watch out all the information you're putting out on social media. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You think you start getting that click mode. Next thing you know, something pop up. Oh, your Google account has been expired. You need to reset it, and it ain't from Google, my guy. You know what I'm saying? You filling out information for a hacker. You think you just did. Oh yeah. Oh, I got another alert. I'm on the alert. Yeah, not me. You're not getting me. Here I go. Boom, information. Now you hacked. Now your whole bank account wiped out. I know some people that had their cards, their whole thing like wiped out, and it sucked. So just watch what you're doing on social media. Just realize life is way more pleasurable than online. No matter how awesome it is, no matter how many subscribers, no matter how many people I want to get to watch this show, watch every other show that I do. At the end of the day, I would tell you to go outside, get some fresh air, and run, live life with your family and your friends, and be right there with them and make your own moments. You can take pictures and stuff, but after the moment's over, then come back and post it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about having to be in the moment where we gotta record every single thing. You never know what'll pop up in that recording. So, any final words from you, Big Z?
I'm just saying, like, just be you, be present, and be you in real life. Don't let social media dictate you. You dictate social media and how you use it. Don't let it use you. And know yourself. Don't ever be out here comparing yourself to these people out here on social media, because half of them don't even walk the walk that they say they walk.
And they don't look like that, for real. Like, I've been single before. Okay, I'm talking about some of these history palaces. I've been single before. Like, oh, look at that girl. Oh, she hit me up. Oh, we about to go on a date. There you go. We about to go on a date and get it there. And like, whoa. I'm looking for, like,
you got catfish.
That's you? No, it be her, but it don't be her like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to the picture? You know what I'm saying? You don't look that good in person. Like, come on now. It ain't you. You done did a little extra, like where everything is, everything is all kind of disformed. Like, oh yeah, I thought you had hair. I liked the hair picture. Then I got there. Now you bald head. I'm just confused. Trying to figure it out.
You better not be talking about it.
But hey, that's what it is. That's what you do. But if you're that type of person that's not, if you want to go out and look into social media for dating or whatnot, I'd rather meet someone in real life. At least I know what you look like and who you are, than being on social media and like you gotta play the guessing game. You never know what that can end up. We can be with a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? Like that thing got shot. Like, oh, what Jesus? Like, what happened? Like, I thought we were friends. Like, we just met each other. Like, come on now. Like, just watch out. I'm just saying, watch out with social media. Have fun with it. It's a tool. Like I said, it is a tool. I do love. I would have never met some of the great people I worked with, and some of the great people that we've done shows together with without social media. But at the same time, man, like, be you. Your real life friends are way more important, and it's definitely more important to see them in real life than it is to see them on social media, especially family too. Like, it's cool. Like, I get in habits too sometimes where it's like I done said what's up to them, my cousin or something, my family members and posted something. I'm like saying happy birthdays and what's up, and that's kind of like, again, some people get to the point where that's good enough. That's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that sometimes too. I'm like, oh yeah, I did my part. You know what I'm saying? I did my little avatar with the happy birthday sign. I'm feeling good. Like, yeah, we got much love over here. Prayers up. Like, and then at the end of the day, you like move on and you're off just the next post. And I don't feel like, like it's real. Like, if you can go see them, go see them. Go be around them. Go be around them. And like, keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not a substitute for in-person interaction.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. We know we're in the age of technology, but don't become lost in it, man.
Yeah. So you guys, hey, hit that like, subscribe. We are on all channels. All links are inside the chat. Go hit up Goddess Z. You know what I'm saying? She doing her thing. Just hit over 100, girl. Woo, she moving, doing big things over there. You know what I'm saying? And like, even Maricruz, she couldn't be here today, but go hit up her channel, BGN Entertainment, BGN Sports Media, Bergen 31. Hit them all up. Great entertainment on all platforms. And we out, I guess. Peace.
Peace.
What is up? What is up? Welcome to